Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Unpopular Review Wrestling Edition. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a special episode tonight because we have the season premiere, series premiere. I said the wrong F. You know, Mike should actually be happy with this because he watches all this TV. But we have the series premiere episode of Top 5. That's right. It used to be pilot episodes, and now it's going to be every single Thursday, or every other Thursday. We're going to discuss our top 5 of whatever topic we choose. And today we have a special one, top 5 entrances of wrestling today. It could be WWE, it could be All Elite Wrestling, it could be Major League Wrestling, it could be Impact Wrestling. You name it, we're going to talk about it right here. Please make sure you drop your comments and your likes and talk about the entrances that you like. What's going on, Mitten? Good to see you. And I, of course, am not here by myself because it's not going to be a discussion unless we have other people with us, right? We have Mr. Mike Knox, fresh out of Dallas, Texas, and fresh with a voice.
I have a voice. It's here. I'm back almost. But we the ones. And I can't wait to talk about today our top 5 entrances of today. Not yesteryear, not 10 years ago. If they're still wrestling, hey. So that means today. Any promotion, any company you're in, we're going to talk about that. Hopefully somebody got some different ones in their top 5. And we're not here by ourselves, Chris, Mr. Executive Consultant. We have a special new host here on UPR.
As if UPR does not have enough hosts as it is, we have added yet another one. I need to start breaking this on Twitter and Instagram like I used to back in the day. We have Mr. Christopher Platt, who will be taking over this platform right now well, not right now, but top 5 every single other Thursday. Try to say that 5 times fast. Mr. Platt, how are you doing this Thursday evening?
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, thank y'all for having me. And yeah, I'm excited about this new opportunity. Mike is always trying to give me jobs. I don't know why. He just wants to keep me working like a Hebrew slave, but it's all good. I'm still recovering with my voice as well. It's nice to be able to actually talk over a whisper. But
right.
Yeah, hanging out like wet clothes, man, and happy to be here.
It is so interesting because all of us were in Dallas, Texas this past weekend for WrestleMania. So when you talk about entrances, ladies and gentlemen, and I think the 3 of us were on a top 5 WrestleMania entrance not too long ago. Some of us had some good picks, Mike. Some of us had some bad picks, Platt. But we were talking about it, and then we got to experience some very good entrances because I watched WrestleMania Night 1 last night instead of what I should be watching AEW. But I was watching WrestleMania 1 last night, and I might say it was what, Mike? What's going on?
Nothing.
Yeah,
your inbox of yesterday saying you want me to watch this crap, and I just got finished watching WrestleMania. I can't watch this. Watch Mania. I thought last night was pretty good. You're like,
It made it sound like a joke. I was dead ass serious.
I know you were dead ass serious. I know, but I didn't. I mean, it was a joke. But let me phrase it. It was funny, but I know you were dead ass serious.
I was watching the Stone Cold Steve Austin come out, right? And it's not like he was pyro or anything coming out, but I was watching Stone Cold Steve Austin come out. The monster pop that all of us are doing. It's one of the reasons why people lost their voice. And then I turn off the TV and I see FTR coming out, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm like, "Yeah, this would be a good tag team match."
It was. I'm sure it was up. I'm sure it's a banger. FTR is a very good tag team. A young Bucks burner. The Young Sucks know how to put on like they're a good tag team.
Young Sucks do.
So, I know it was a good match. It's just that this came from me. I needed the AEW break. I'll be back next Wednesday to watch it. I won't be on the episode. That will be none other than Big Daddy Cool, along with Divine Intervention, All Elite Wrestling. All Elite Joker, but hey, we're talking about top 5 entrances, and we're going to start off with Mr. Platt, who's looking to redeem himself from last week's debacle. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the top 5 entrances. I hear you like the referee coming out.
I do love the referee coming out. Shout out to Mike Chioda. That is my number 5 entrance and all the. I'm kidding.
He's not current. He don't have a job.
And nothing wrong with that barber chair either, man. So number 5, man, I'm going to go with number 1. Is it entrances or is it entrance music? Because that's a distinction with a difference.
I put entrances, the whole package. I thought that's what you asked me earlier, Mike. Not the theme songs.
You told me. Okay, so
that's not what
we discussed. We discussed this for like an entire week, and you change it on me now. Okay, cool beans. Just cool beans. Just cool beans. Here, UPR. Okay.
You don't have to worry top 5 entrants, but you don't have to worry about it next time because Platt is doing all these. So
yeah, hey, but I went through all this study that I did and putting shit in, and now I gotta go ahead, man.
See, Boy Scout motto: always be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Let that be an on-air lesson. I got 2 different lists, so I'm just gonna shout them both out, man. We'll start with the actual top 5 entrants. I'm going with the Queen Charlotte Flair. If we're going theme music, I'm going with my girl Jade Cargill. So there you go.
Just do
You
one.
got two for the price of one.
Just do the entrance because entrance theme music is going to be another Thursday.
Okay. Well, that's a little preview for an upcoming show. That's called a teaser in the industry, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go number 5 here with the Queen Charlotte Flair.
Mike.
Okay. So I won't go there. My voice is still gone. But honestly, I put these two together to me. And I was joshing, even though nobody's here, his name is Josh. All right. So when I think of entrances, the theme songs to me, that's a total package. It all goes together. And it's a little different today than we used to have it. Hell, even WWE 2K22 video games took out the entrances and the pyro. So for me, wrestling entrances are not the same. So in my opinion, a lot of non-WWE entrances are the ones in this top 5 to me. I will give what Chris I was like to do, and I always get mad at Chris and ask some honorable mentions here. I got to do it because I know he's going to do it, and I feel like, damn it, I'm obligated to do it too because I have some. Tag me in. I'm not a nugget. So my honorable mention will also go to the greatest female wrestler of all time, Charlotte Flair. Just remarkable every single time you see her. The entrance, the robe, it's always phenomenal. However, I like my music, my themes that have interest in, music to them. So I'll give another one out later. So my top 5, right, at number 5, a little oldie, but it's been brought back as a newbie goodie. And I'm going to go with my man, Mr. Johnny Knoxville. Wild thing! Bump, 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 bump. You make my heart sing. If you've never seen Major League, then damn it, go watch Major League. Okay, when I first heard him come back out with this, I lost my shit. Okay, you got to think about how this crowd gets going. The entrance is everything all together rolled up into one. And some of y'all keep rolling up too many things. Y'all smoking the wrong shit because top 5 right here, John Moxley's Wild Thing. Executive consultant.
He knows me so well. He knew I was going to have a couple of honorable mentions. And ladies and gentlemen, not only do I have a couple of honorable mentions, I have 4 honorable mentions because this one's a very tough for me, right? So I'm going to breeze through 4 of them real quick. One of my honorable mentions is going to be somebody that I love their interest all the time. I actually do 100 push-ups to this man's music every single day. He came out and he, as Mike says and David says, he acknowledged us because he looked over to the right, and that's one almighty Mr. Bob Lashley. Why do I like Bob Lashley's entrance? Because he's the pyro of it. The beginning of the pyro, the ending of the pyro, the fact that he got into the song, because I actually liked his old theme song more than this one, but I had to give him credit for this one. He's really made it work. He sounds like a monster, makes him look almighty. Bob Lashley. Also, the Usos. The Usos' interest music, I used to listen to their music while I was working out, so I have to give credit to that. And I love how they also jam to the music, especially when we get to that second turnbuckle, when they get to that ring. And Jay Uso, they're feeling it. I just feel a drive-by coming any minute now. So I love the Usos' interest in this theme song. Another person I'm going to put is it AEW, is it WWE? I don't know. You can get whatever fan you are and give it that category. But Cody Rhodes' entrance, I also think is fire, and I guarantee it's in somebody's top 5. But I'm going to go ahead and spoil it because it's in my honorable mention, as well as AEW's own now, Adam Cole Bebe. I think his interest is really fire in AEW, even though I prefer the Undisputed music when he's in a group. But individually, this music works well for him. So that's my honorable mentions, all 4 of them. For my number 5, though, I'm going to pull out. Let me make sure I get my notes right. For my number 5, I'm actually going to go with none other than Adam Cole's girlfriend in AEW. That is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. I don't even know what her interest music sounds like. When she comes out, it's a presence. It does pyro. It does very well. And I can tell when I'm watching it, she is the biggest star in AEW female-wise and one of the biggest stars, period, overall in AEW. Dr. Britt Baker is my number 5. Mr. Platt. Down since day 1-ish.
I still maintain WWE's leaving money on the table, not having the day 1-ish onesie. Because you best believe Baby Bash would have been coming home in the day 1-ish onesie. That's how much of a mark I am, ladies and gentlemen. So somebody get on that. Marketing. Hey, Khan, Mr. Khan, holla at your boy. I got you. Anywho, since we're doing honorable mentions, I got to give one to the boss, Sasha Banks. I love everything about her entrance, the swagger, when she takes off the shades, toots a little thing out, and then comes down, and all of that. Just quality presentation. Just overall quality presentation. Number 4, I'm going to go with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Fellas, I don't know how y'all felt, but it was so surreal seeing that iteration of Cody in a WWE atmosphere. Like it still it doesn't compute. It's like, jarring my reality. You know what I mean? But that's part of the package that made him a number 1 or a top guy in this case, and got him back to the WWE, got him his money. I absolutely love the entrance. It gets you pumped, it gets you going, it gets you excitement. And whenever Cody comes out, shit's about to go down.
Number 4 for me. It's a newbie, but goodie. I've said it from the time it happened. I know all Edge fans are mad that he had to switch it, but he had to switch it for the gimmick, or you would be cheering for it. And as soon as I heard this, okay, it's called Alter Bridges. I'm in love with this song. Okay, I think it's dark, it's gritty, it still has the "you think you know me" kind of language in the song, and then the entrance in itself, it's Undertaker-esque to me with the lighting and how it looks. And to me, I go back to who Edge's original character was, and he hasn't touched into this character for quite some time. And beating the Brood, and then the Dark Ministry, and those kind of things. This is who he really is. Edge is a brooding guy, vampire, as a matter of fact. I'm loving this. I'm loving him with Damian Priest. Can't wait to see more. And the entrance we saw at WrestleMania is one of the top Mania entrances they've had of this past WrestleMania. So my number 4 goes to Edge, executive consultant.
I have to say that Edge's music is very, very good, but I still do prefer his old one, and I hope he does go back to his old one eventually before he retires, because that would have made at least an honorable mention, if not the top 5 for me, because it's so, it hypes you up. It hypes you up. It did it very, very well. But my number 4, and let me go to my, this is going to be a controversial one. People are not going to agree with this. Hey, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I don't care. They're my favorite tag team in AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Acclaim, because when they come out, they fire somebody's ass up, and that's how I like to see things. They're really exciting. One of the best.
They gave it to Joe last night, boy. I
didn't see it. I got to go back and look at it.
It was good.
I was watching the WrestleMania. But they Acclaimed are very, very good, very talented. The entrance is something I'm looking forward to. Always like hearing that. I know something's about to make me laugh, and that's usually the Acclaim. So shout out to them. That is number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we got through number 5 and 4, and honorable mentions pretty quickly. We're going to take a small commercial break. When we come back, we'll go find out our 3 and 2. We'll be right back. Find out what we're reviewing on UPRE immediately after this one. Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review.
Are you running?
Yeah, I am. I'm running for office.
To suggest that you're an unlikely candidate.
I think at this point we've kind of jumped the shark on the whole likely candidate thing.
Puppy, it's a gun!
Dorothy Goodwin, being hailed as a hero.
Oh my.
She is a true hero. She saved me.
You're a gun hero now.
Immediately after this episode, 9:30 p.m. on UPRE on our YouTube channel, as well as Unpopular Review and everything else, we will be reviewing The Hater as part of the kickoff for our political satire month right here at UPR. But today we are talking about our top 5 entrances in all of wrestling. We have number 5. We number 4. Huh? No. Now we're going into number 3. We're going to start off once again with Mr. Platt. Mr. Platt, you're number 3.
Number 3, gentlemen, I've got to go with the one, the only, Mr. Phillip Brooks himself. That is true. CM Punk. Everything about this entrance is phenomenal. Number 1, I love Cult of Personality. Shout out to Living Color. Great band. Don't let them fool you either. Black folks invented rock and roll, and I let them know anytime, even if it's not an appropriate conversation or has nothing to do with the price of rice in China. Hey, Chris, so how's the weather? Black folks invented rock and roll, motherfucker. Yeah. Anywho, this is great. And the funny thing, and the thing that I love so much about Punk is that there's such a difference in his demeanor between if he's just coming out to talk and if it's time for a fight. Like, you can see it all written on his face, his body language. He's ready to go from the it's clobbering time and everything, all points in between. It's a great entrance. It gets me pumped up every time I see it, no matter in what capacity, no matter in what arena, no matter in what federation, association, situation he may find himself facing. I absolutely love it. Shout out to you, Phil Brooks. Glad to see you back, man.
I'm gonna take that Full Brooks at 3, and I'm gonna raise you a boss at my number 3. Too long to play the video. I didn't get a chance to edit it, so I apologize. I won't play the WrestleMania when we got to see it. But Sasha Banks with the remix with Snoop Dogg. I'm sorry. It's just how everything that Sasha Banks does, it's big time. She looks big time. Here's a guy who didn't buy into Sasha Banks and NXT at first. And it took me watching her actually wrestle to fall into love with her overall persona. And then once I started to fall in love with her persona and realizing this is Martinez, and then the remix came out, I'm in love with this. I go back to WrestleMania before, went back to WrestleMania this year. She comes out in the Lambo. I mean, damn, myself, I'll be standing on Ferraris like I'm the gang just because it's Tuesday and shit. But hey, I'm not there. But this Sasha Banks, hands down, when she comes out, my daughter, and an honorable mention that I have is to her tag team partner, would be Naomi, and the situation, because I just think the two of them together, their interest is and that's my honorable mention right there. But Sasha Banks at number 3. Well, you got executive consultant.
My number 3 is going to be something that was already somebody who's already mentioned quite a few times, but now I'm going to mention her as well. And that is none other than the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And let me tell you why I'm picking the Queen, Charlotte Flair. I like her entrance music as a remix of Ric Flair. It took me a while to get into it, but I actually do like it. But I like her entrance because she seems royal. She seems like a queen. Shout out to Queen Zelina. Shout out to who else has a queen thing? Queen Zelina, Shayna Baszler, Natalya Neidhart all have queen in their titles, but there's only one of them, with no disrespect to any of those 3 young ladies because they're really good. But only one of them comes out looking like royalty, and that is
like. Does she come out?
Look at that robe! Look at that robe! Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time!
So one thing that I will say is what makes Charlotte's entrance so good is because of her demeanor, it's because of her stature, it's because of her confidence, because of her swag. You know, she says she's nervous every time she goes out there. But there are certain wrestlers in wrestling today who, when they are interjected into a match, instant credibility no matter who is in that match. And for the women, that is Charlotte Flair. No matter who she's in the ring with, she automatically upgrades that opponent and upgrades that match. She has a majestic royalty about her, and it's all in that entrance. She looks like a superstar. She looks like a champion. That's always important. That's why she's my number 3. Number 3, Charlotte Flair.
To piggyback off what you said.
I'm sorry. 1 second, Platt. This is Royal Rumble 2006 in Florida, where Undertaker came out and at the end and challenged Kurt Angle and then collapsed the ring. That's what that is. I had to think for a second.
He came out in a chariot?
He came out of a chariot. It was led by horses. He came out. He was like this, and then he walked up a little bit, and then he did like
but we
this.
said current though, Willie.
Yeah, like, current. Yeah. Willie's never current. That's the thing.
All right, so let's get it, Platt.
You can't teach presence.
Talking about Warrior.
That was the top 5 as well. But you can't teach presence when it comes to Charlotte Flair. Like, she's got it. She's a Flair, and she wears it well. And I think my favorite part of her entrance is at the end, where she refuses to step foot into the ring until the referee comes and holds the rope up for her, because she is
remember,
royalty.
she just changed that about a year or 2 ago, because before she used to do the flip and then back.
And which I like that too. That was fun and flirty.
That was fun, but this
little wings.
But this fits her better.
Yeah.
This fits her better.
Yeah. This is the evolution.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, this is the evolution of the character. It's on me, right, Nick?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, so number 2.
Is it number 2? Oh, yeah.
Yes, number 2.
Yeah, we're going through this quick.
Yeah, that's why I said hurry up.
UPR.
Got to go with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, man. Not necessarily the best in terms of, the pyro and stuff like that, but just the way he commands it and the way that he milks it. It seems like that melon farmer is walking to the ring for about 10, 15 minutes. Like, he completely milks it, he owns it, just strolling, just casually strolling. Like, he's strolling into the State Farm offices Monday morning, but he's about to go into the step into the arena, step into the Terragone, to quote the great PE. Everything about this, he's another one. You can't teach presence, and he's clicking on all cylinders right now. He is the top guy in the industry, bar none, and all of that is reflected in his entrance to me. So this was tough. This was tough to put it at number 2. I really wanted to put it at number 1, especially given all the context and what Roman is in the industry right now. But I just couldn't. But number 2 is not bad, right?
Number 2 is not bad at all, Mr. Mike Knox. You're number 2.
Number 2, Chris Jericho's Judas. Listen, I've never heard a crowd sing an entire theme song. Even my number 1 don't do what this does. It makes that company that I love to watch, but I hate their fan base, mark out. And you can't, if you're not in the building singing this song or seen when they debuted this, it's ridiculous. Chris Jericho, number 2, executive consultant.
My number 1 is
number 2.
My number 2, I'm sorry. I was going to put number 2 anyway. But my number 2, there he is not a newer song, but some people prefer his old song. But the way he's been milking this entrance, I can tell he's going to turn face any minute because people have been singing this song like crazy. And I'm just going to give you a little hint. Seth freaking Rollins has definitely made me a fan of a song that I did not like at first, right? But he's made me like it because of the way he serenades. Hey, I didn't think this guy had much of a character, to be honest with you. I thought he was great in the ring. I thought he was passable on the mic, but never ever charismatic on the mic until his interest is now. And I don't know what changed, what snapped. Maybe he was having a baby. Shout out to Mr. Platt here. But his whole demeanor has now changed as he comes out and we're all doing this. So, hey, you talk about Chris Jericho and they singing this song. They started serenading him even when the match is starting. Oh, even at WrestleMania, when Cody Rhodes came out there, he came out and did his little crap. They started doing it again. Even though they wanted Cody to win, you can't help but to like that song, that entrance with them terrible outfits he wears. But people call it drip nowadays. I don't understand this generation. But because I'm like, he came out wearing the same outfit Becky Lynch
came out wearing the cock. I'm sorry. He came out wearing the cock. He had the peacock outfit on, baby.
The same outfit Becky Lynch wore when she got pregnant is the same outfit that he wore on Saturday. Come on, number 1. Okay, I was terrible. I was upset. But Seth Rollins, you have a fire-ass entrance. Number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our number 3 and number 2. We did 5, 4, 3, 2, and we did the daggone honorable mentions. We're zipping through this episode, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the Visionary. Find out what we're reviewing next Tuesday on UPRE. Stay with us. You're watching a popular review.
My whole life, I prepared my son to lead humanity in the fight against the machines.
John. Hi, Mom.
How can you be here?
What are you doing? John!
What have they done to my son?
Not machine. Not man. I'm more. Whatever they did to John, we need to reverse it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Unpopular Review. We're talking about our top 5 entrances currently in today's wrestling. Let me catch up with some of these comments. Good choice, Mike. What's up, trio? The Visionary. Best entrance is Roman. Chris, I sent you a message that you will loke. I'm sure it says like. And if I bet you're going to like it, it's probably going to say your internet.
I played all those messages already, though, brother. Come on. Number 1. Fine.
Your internet has probably been disconnected and you can no longer watch any of our shows or say anything to any of us, and you might go play in traffic. I don't know. That's the only message you can say I would like. And Elvis Martinez got corrected on the word like. Go ahead, Mr. Platt. You can go ahead and take us home with your number 1.
So for my number 1, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. I had to go similar to one Paul Levesque when he was running the black and gold. I had to go to the Far East for mine. And who I brought back was the king of strong style. None other than Shinsuke Nakamura. This man has so much physical charisma. It's unbelievable. I've taken people to shows where he's performed, be it NXT or WWE house shows, whatever the case may be. They're not even fans. But as soon as Shinsuke comes out and starts doing we just gonna call it the Nakamura for time's sake, they're completely captivated by this man. They can't take their eyes off of him. Now, what happens after the bell rings? What's been happening? Whatever about that.
Still
but
not
just
bad.
In terms,
Still not bad.
Not bad. Not what I expected, but not bad. That's fair. But in terms of that walk to the ring, And Mike, you talk about everybody singing Judas. I know y'all were in the house on Saturday. We all were doing the do.
Listen, never was a fan. I know how he came over from Japan and then the little stint in Ring of Honor and all that other good stuff. I went to a house show for NXT in Richmond, Virginia, and that little bitty theater did the theme song, and that's when I became a fan. I go, okay, this is pretty cool to get on to, and I started paying attention to it more. So I give you that one. I ain't gonna argue that. I'm not arguing none of
Rumble
these.
2018, he came out, and as he was wrestling after the music played, they sang that do, and for like a good minute after the music played was finished. So I completely agree with you, Platt. He's definitely something to worth mention. Look, we missed a lot of interests.
Now I'm about to say my last honorable mention goes to Finn Balor. Both of them. Whether it's
I was forgetting about.
Yeah, I did too. I cannot tell a lie. Whether it's the regular one or the demon, which we haven't seen the demon in a while, but it's still, they haven't shelved them. We don't know when they're gonna bring them back out. But either one, though, just the way the crowd participation with that to me is absolutely amazing. But my number one, and I don't say how Chris, but I'm sorry, you had it number 3. You had number 3. It's nothing like hearing Cult of Personality with CM Punk to me. It just isn't. It's just the way the crowd, the energy, and maybe not Punk the last 6-7 months, but that Chicago pop, which he was there for, and the pops prior to that when he first even debuted that song. It's when he came out in AEW, I played that song literally for a week straight, for an entire week straight. It is the greatest entrance. It's the greatest theme song. It's clobbering time, and that's currently. Let's put that there, right? Because I would venture to say next to Stone Cold's pop for Stone Cold Austin song coming out, The Rock's song, if you see what The Rock is cooking, and a DX, this is probably like, to me, in my opinion, like top 4, top 5 theme songs of all time. So, and I'm gonna let that slide. I was Scott, who you were, Charmaine, for a second. I thought you was a guy. I was gonna say something that was gonna be very.
I have to say that I always did love CM Punk's theme song, and so I can't say anything negative about you picking that choice. I'm so mad at myself because I think when I first did this, Finn Balor was definitely going to get a mention. Because how can you not like Finn Balor?
How can you not like Finn Balor?
Yeah. Finn Balor is one of the only, despite what everybody says, everybody's down on him as a champion. Everybody's down on him. They don't like him, stuff like that. Yeah, he
changed
his
name to his real name. I won't like Jungle Boy. He needs to be
Dylan
McKay Jr.
Stop with that. Leave it alone.
What's Dylan McKay Jr.,
He
baby?
said this every damn time. Anyway, Austin Theory is giving Finn Balor a lot of L's, but Finn Balor is very high on the Vince McMahon's list. Trust me. Finn Balor has never had a jobber entrance. And if you are a wrestling know-it-all, you know what a jobber entrance is. But they always have to show Finn Balor's entrance because it's so captivating.
Didn't we say this? I thought you was intelligent. How are we going to acknowledge someone who can't pay attention?
I don't acknowledge him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know everybody's been waiting for my number one. I'm going to tell you, realistically speaking, if you know me, you already know who my number one is. It's very obvious, okay? It's going to be your tribal chief, your head of the table, Roman Reigns, right? If you listen to my spiel with Charlotte, why she was number 3, right? You'll know my spiel with Roman Reigns, why he's number 1. And the evolution of this man from when he first won the Universal title. Listen to what I'm saying. When he came back.
You have a single face entrance?
The what?
You have a single face entrance?
No. SummerSlam 2020, right? SummerSlam, Bobby Lashley now. How about that?
That was honorable mention.
Step two. I think that handshake with Cody, I think that's the start of his face turn. Yeah. That's the start of his face turn.
Yeah, he's a face.
Yeah.
No, he's a face.
Yeah.
I say he's turning face soon. All right. But SummerSlam 2020, and he came back. And then when he got this song after he beat Daniel Bryan on that SmackDown, right? The differences of that entrance from the first time to now is amazing how he comes out, how he has both Usos there with the titles and they hold them up at the same time. He holds the Universal title up. How Paul Heyman always carries his thing down and does this a few times. It's just the smallest thing. He times everything perfectly. If you are there, you can see Roman Reigns' entrance. He does not come out at his particular tone of the music. People think he does. He does not. He comes out because when they play his music, the fans get off their feet and they're cheering. When they start dying down, that's when he comes out. That's psychology, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm always amazed by Roman Reigns. He comes out when they start to die, then they start cheering again. They don't show when Roman Reigns walks out of the side. They never do that if you look. You know he walks out because the fans are freaking cheering. He rubs his hands. He talks to he looks at the camera, gives him the look. He walks on straight to the man's entrance. Trust me, I'll be doing it on Sunday in my first match. But he walks out, he holds a finger up, he goes, he looks around, and then he goes and walks up the thing. He walks on the apron, and then at the moment he's ready, he turns around and gives him the one. Walks inside and does it again. It is amazing. 3 minutes.
Sorry, wrong one.
So now he needs to interrupt me. He interrupts me with the wrong person, right?
It'd have been great. I had the right one though. My bad.
It's an amazing 3 minute and 43-second entrance of Roman Reigns, and the only wrestler now that can have that long entrance and get away with it. Right before he wastes another 120 seconds to say acknowledge me to every jabroni ass city he's in. It's amazing, and I have to give it to Roman Reigns. But ladies and gentlemen, we talked about a lot of interests. There are a lot of interests we did not talk about, and that's simply because there's so many wrestlers, right? There's so many interests, and today, as opposed to yesteryear, everybody has to have a spectacular interest. Drew McIntyre wasn't mentioned, and Drew McIntyre has a very, very good interest, even though I'm sick of that damn sword. He's a very, very good interest, right? The New Day have a very good interest, and they've had a good interest for the last 7 years they've been doing this, right? I don't like Jurassic Express personally, but if I'm going to sit here and say that their interest doesn't get the fans hype,
oh, they
I would
do.
be lying.
I just think it's so corny. It's so goddamn. It's so damn bingo hall.
It is corny, but it gets the fans on.
It does. I just hate it.
I'm kind of digging this Dylan McKay Jr. idea, though.
I'm glad you mentioned Sasha Banks, because Sasha Banks has a good interest. Naomi has a very good interest. So lots of wrestlers we did not mention. Rhea Ripley.
Absolutely, Rhea Ripley. I just think wrestlers, when your name is Jungle Boy, you're going to end up having a Dolph Ziggler effect. I know people hate Dolph. I think you hate Dolph because you've been packaged with the name Dolph Ziggler. He was doomed from the beginning, like Rick Boogs was doomed from the beginning. That's why his knee caved out. Even his knee knew that was a his quad was a bad song. Okay, a bad name.
I agree with you, Platt. That was terrible.
My
name is Rick.
You tell me his name's not gonna go nowhere. You know goddamn well. You know damn well. Dolph Ziggler. I love
Ezekiel's older brother.
Ezekiel's younger brother.
No, Ezekiel's older brother.
Younger brother.
Older.
Younger.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this. It's his older brother.
Younger.
All right. The fans are going to correct you. But Elias.
I have more fans than you, even if I'm wrong.
Okay, but you're still going to be wrong. And I'd rather be right. Okay.
MJF
Elias. No. And I like MJF. Elias had a very good interest.
It's current, Charmaine. Current.
Ray has a good interest back when he has his old music. I mean, not old music, his old pyro, I think. But Elias had, when they said ladies and gentlemen, Elias will fry whatever city he was in. I used to love that, right? But the Thunderdome killed his momentum because he had no fans to exactly, had no fans to boo him. Remember, Elias had one of the best heat moments in wrestling when he had like a city booing him for like.
Was that New York?
I don't remember.
It was
Seattle.
It was
Seattle. Seattle's hot with their fans because they also cheered Daniel Bryan like crazy one segment. The Supersonics, they hated they hated him there. So they did not let him get a word in. So shout out to Elias and his younger brother Ezekiel. I had to watch this movie called The Haters, and I decided I had to either unplug it and put my laptop on the TV or slit my throat because it was so terrible. So I decided to go for the former and unplug it. So you got to plug it back into the TV. Chris Platt, I understand you are taking over for us next Thursday after Thursday, 2 Thursdays from now, top 5. Do you have any idea what top 5 topics you want, or we're just going to announce that on social media?
Yeah, stay tuned to social media and we'll put that up, man. Again, happy to be part of the crew. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of changes around here. No,
it's a lot of changes. And let's go ahead and talk about what episodes we have coming for Unpopular Review. This is where it gets tough. Platt, take notes because this is tough. All right. So tomorrow, immediately after SmackDown, we have none other than the SmackDown review with the Wrestling Doll and her co-host this week, which is going to be the executive. Thank you, Mike Knox. The executive consultant, Chris Harris, and the Wrestling Doll talking on about SmackDown immediately after SmackDown. I forgot immediately after this episode. Stay tuned as we have none other than the haters, the Vic's choice for our political.
Make sure you say Vic's choice.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying it. I throw his ass all under the bus for this one. The hater. On Saturday, tomorrow on UPRG, I don't have a graphic for it, but we'll be talking about Mega Man, so stay tuned for that. On Monday, every single Monday, immediately at 6 o'clock p.m., we are discussing. I don't have a graphic for you. What's going on? Around the Blocks with Mike Knox will be on Monday at 6 o'clock with his co-host DJ Nice, wherever he wants to call himself,
Dice.
aka
Dice
aka Dice, aka
Dice Man.
Dice Man, aka I get one walk off the show, aka I got a kid, aka I got a lot of AKAs, and then immediately after Monday Night Raw, join myself.
Well, AKA he got it from the father. That's the Godfather, the original OG of the Bell Kings Mafia, the one who got all these black motherfuckers out here trying to do podcasts. That be me, the OG. Go ahead.
You had to think about yourself. I don't have a Monday Night Raw graphic, but join myself as well as Big Daddy Cool as we talk about Monday Night Raw on Tuesday after NXT, and I don't seem to have that graphic either. Tuesday after NXT, join Bad Guy Jack and Captain Shakespeare as they talk NXT. And, of course, on Tuesday also, we're going to continue our Terminator reviews with Terminator Genesis movie review coming up on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. On Wednesday, join Divine Intervention as well as Ollie Joker and their special guest, Big Daddy Cool, for AEW review.
That's going to be horrible. He literally hates AEW. He literally hates. I mean, like, I've never seen between him and Captain Shakespeare. They are going to be they're going to make those guys mad.
I had to have Big Daddy Cool. I told he had to be on there. I told Cap Shakespeare she'll have to be on it because it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work.
I'm going to watch that for entertainment value alone.
Captain Shakespeare, I said,
oh God, I hope Hook don't show up because it's going to be a hell of a rant.
She can't be on it. Okay, watch out for next Thursday. We have our Family Feud episode. So you are a fan out there and you feel like you have 3 other people
who wants to go against the Knox clan.
2 other people could join you for Family Feud. Send me a message and we'll get you an episode of Family Feud. If you have WWE 2K22, we are opening up a PS4, a PS5, and as well as an Xbox League. So hit me up for that one. For WWE 2K22. Top 5 coming up in 2 Thursdays from now. A lot of UPR battles. I'm not sure what the next one's going to be, but it's going to be Instagram exclusive next week. A lot of content. Whatever your heart desires.
Anime is us every Sunday at 2 o'clock. Anime is us. If you're an anime fan and you got some babies, because I got babies, I got 3 of them. They talk a lot and they Daddy, can you watch this? No, I can't. But you can talk about it. So
One Tree Hill also.
Yeah,
you'll have another episode
coming up. We'll be back next week as well.
We have a lot of whatever you want. I guarantee we have here at Unpopular Review because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a cooking episode coming soon. So, and a promo battle. So stay with us here at Unpopular Review.
Football shows coming up. We just dang
everything, right? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Christopher Platt, for Mike Knox, I'm the executive consultant. We'll see you either in about 20 minutes or next time right here on Unpopular Review. Good night, everybody.
Peace.